Have you ever wondered why some men stay strong, confident, and full of energy even in their 80s, while others struggle in silence? One man's morning habit with his coffee shocked doctors and reignited his vitality. Today, I'll show you the simple, science-backed reason behind his incredible transformation. Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered where your energy, drive, and confidence went? You're not alone. Millions of men face this silent struggle every single day. But here's the truth: your body isn't broken, it's simply waiting to be reignited. Today, I'll reveal a simple science-backed morning habit that can help restore your vitality, strengthen your performance, and remind you that age is just a number. So many men wake up every morning feeling drained, unmotivated, and disconnected from the energy they once had. They sip their coffee, hoping it'll bring back the spark that used to come so naturally. But deep down, they know something's missing. The truth is, what's happening to your body isn't just about age. It's about biology, nutrition, and small habits that either fuel or drain your vitality every single day. As a urologist, I've seen countless men walk into my office feeling hopeless, believing that decline is inevitable. But here's what science tells us: your body is designed to heal, to adapt, and to thrive, no matter your age. The key lies in giving it the right signals. And one of the most powerful signals you can send starts with what you put into your body first thing in the morning. When you drink your morning coffee, you're stimulating your nervous system, increasing alertness, and boosting blood flow. But if that's all you do, you're missing half the equation. Coffee gives you temporary energy, but without the right nutrients, it can also deplete vital minerals that your hormones and blood vessels depend on to function properly. That's why adding one small, nutrient-dense food alongside your coffee can completely transform how your body responds. In clinical studies, natural compounds like L-arginine, polyphenols, and antioxidants have been shown to support nitric oxide production, the molecule responsible for healthy blood flow and vascular relaxation. This isn't just about circulation in general. It's about restoring your body's ability to respond, perform, and recover like it did years ago. One simple addition to your morning routine can boost nitric oxide levels, balance testosterone naturally, and improve energy from the inside out. Imagine this: instead of relying on pills or quick fixes, you start your day by nourishing your body in the exact way it needs. You combine your coffee with a powerful, natural source of amino acids. Something as simple as a handful of nuts, a small serving of dark berries, or a spoonful of nutrient-rich seeds. These foods deliver the building blocks your body uses to create the hormones, enzymes, and blood flow regulators that sustain your performance and confidence throughout the day. What happens next is almost magical, but it's pure biology. Within days, your energy stabilizes. Within weeks, your stamina, clarity, and confidence begin to rise. Your body remembers what vitality feels like, and this time, it's not fleeting, it's sustainable. Because when you fuel your system correctly, your body doesn't just respond, it reawakens. Age doesn't have to be the end of your strength, passion, or performance. It can be the beginning of a smarter, more intentional version of health. You don't need to overhaul your life or chase complicated regimens. Sometimes it's the smallest morning choice, the one that seems too simple to matter, that becomes the turning point. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for your coffee, ask yourself, is this cup giving me temporary energy or lifelong vitality? The answer lies in what you choose to pair it with. Have you ever wondered why your energy isn't what it used to be? Why mornings feel heavier, focus comes slower, and motivation fades sooner than it once did? You're not alone. Millions of men experience this gradual decline and quietly assume it's just part of getting older. But the truth is, what you're feeling isn't simply age. It's biology reacting to years of imbalance, stress, and depletion. And the good news is it's completely reversible. Inside your body, every cell communicates through hormones, enzymes, and tiny electrical signals that keep your energy flowing. When you were younger, these systems were perfectly tuned. Testosterone levels were high, blood flow was strong, and your mitochondria, the tiny power plants of your cells, were firing on all cylinders. But over time, modern habits begin to chip away at that harmony. Late nights, processed foods, and chronic stress quietly sabotage the body's ability to produce the hormones and nutrients that once fueled your confidence and strength. Science has shown us that one of the first systems to feel this impact is your vascular network, the network responsible for carrying oxygen and nutrients to every organ, including those vital for intimacy and stamina. Reduced nitric oxide production, declining testosterone, and oxidative stress form a perfect storm that makes you feel older than you truly are. But here's the beautiful truth: the body has an extraordinary capacity to recover when given the right tools. In one remarkable study, researchers found that simple dietary changes, like increasing natural sources of antioxidants, amino acids, and trace minerals, can restore nitric oxide levels and even improve vascular elasticity. That means better blood flow, sharper focus, and a more resilient metabolism. What's more, the foods that do this are often the ones we've forgotten in our fast-paced routines: leafy greens, beets, berries, omega-rich nuts, and seeds. They don't just feed your body, they awaken it. Think about it this way: every time you eat, you're either feeding inflammation or fueling regeneration. Your body listens to those messages. It takes what you give it and decides how to spend its energy, on survival or on vitality. When you choose nutrient-dense foods, your body shifts out of defense mode and back into performance mode. It begins producing hormones more efficiently, supporting stronger circulation and protecting the very systems that make you feel alive, confident, and capable. I've seen men in their 50s, 60s, even 80s regain the spark they thought was gone forever, just by aligning their daily habits with how their bodies are meant to function. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens predictably because the science behind it is consistent and clear. When your cells are properly fueled, your body remembers its blueprint for vitality. Energy returns, mood stabilizes, and performance, both physical and mental, begins to flourish again. So, the next time you wake up feeling tired or discouraged, remember this: your body isn't broken, it's waiting for you to give it what it needs to thrive. The decline you felt isn't a sentence, it's a signal. And the moment you start listening, the process of renewal begins. Age is not your limitation, it's your opportunity to rebuild smarter, stronger, and more intentionally than ever before. Most men don't realize that the secret to lasting energy, strength, and confidence lies in something as fundamental as blood flow. When your circulation is healthy, every cell in your body gets the oxygen, nutrients, and hormones it needs to perform at its best. But when that system starts to slow down, so does everything else: your energy, your mood, your focus, and yes, even your intimate performance. This isn't just about age or lifestyle, it's about understanding the hidden link between your vascular health, your hormone balance, and your overall vitality. You see, your blood vessels aren't just passive tubes. They're dynamic, living tissues that expand, contract, and communicate with every organ in your body. When they're flexible and strong, they help deliver a steady supply of blood to the heart, brain, and reproductive system. But over time, factors like poor diet, lack of movement, and chronic stress damage the delicate lining of these vessels, the endothelium. This tiny layer is what produces nitric oxide, the molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and expand. Without it, your circulation becomes sluggish, your cells receive less nourishment, and the body's natural rhythm begins to falter. The science here is clear: reduced nitric oxide levels don't just impact physical stamina, they influence hormone production, particularly testosterone. Testosterone isn't merely a male hormone, it's the chemical messenger that supports your motivation, focus, and confidence. When blood flow is compromised, hormone delivery and production suffer. You might feel it as low drive, fatigue, or even anxiety. But beneath the surface, your body is simply struggling to maintain the communication between your cardiovascular and endocrine systems. Now here's the empowering part: this decline is not permanent. The body is remarkably responsive when you give it the right environment. Studies have shown that certain natural foods and habits can dramatically improve nitric oxide production and hormone balance. Foods rich in antioxidants and amino acids like beets, pomegranates, spinach, and walnuts help restore endothelial health and enhance circulation. Regular movement, especially resistance training and walking, boosts testosterone naturally and increases vascular flexibility. Even something as simple as deep, Controlled breathing supports better oxygen exchange and reduces stress-induced hormonal imbalance. I've seen men transform their energy, focus, and confidence simply by improving their circulation, by treating blood flow as the foundation of their vitality, not an afterthought. Because once your body receives the oxygen and nutrients it's been missing, it starts to come alive again. You begin sleeping better, thinking clearer, and feeling a surge of natural motivation that medication alone could never replicate. Your body wants to perform. It's built to thrive. The key is to reconnect those internal systems that once worked in perfect harmony. When you nourish your blood flow, you're not just improving your physical health, you're reigniting your mental and emotional strength too. Every heartbeat becomes a message of renewal, reminding you that true vitality doesn't come from youth. It comes from giving your body what it needs to remember how powerful it already is. For many men, the slow loss of energy, drive, and passion feels like an unavoidable part of getting older. The truth is, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly through years of nutrient depletion, stress, poor sleep, and a diet that no longer nourishes the body the way it once did. You start to feel less motivated, less connected, and less confident in your own skin. But what most men don't realize is that this isn't a sign of aging. It's a signal from your body, asking to be restored. And the most powerful way to do that isn't through shortcuts or synthetic fixes. It's through real, natural nutrition that speaks the same language as your biology. Your body is incredibly intelligent. Every hormone, enzyme, and cell in your system is made from the nutrients you consume. When you eat foods that are rich in essential amino acids, healthy fats, and minerals, you're not just feeding yourself. You're rebuilding the very foundation of your vitality. Testosterone, for instance, is synthesized from cholesterol and supported by key nutrients like zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these, your body can't produce or regulate hormones effectively, and the result is often fatigue, low libido, and diminished strength. But the moment you begin to nourish your body properly, it responds with remarkable speed. Science shows us that men who prioritize natural, whole foods, like leafy greens, avocados, nuts, eggs, and lean proteins, see measurable improvements in hormone balance, circulation, and mental clarity. These foods are packed with antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids that protect the cells from oxidative stress, one of the biggest culprits behind aging and inflammation. When you reduce inflammation, you improve blood flow. When you improve blood flow, you enhance oxygen delivery, stamina, and recovery. It's all connected. And it all begins with what you put on your plate. I've had patients who came to me feeling defeated, convinced that medication was their only option. But after a few weeks of consistent dietary changes, adding nutrient-dense foods, staying hydrated, and cutting back on processed sugars, the transformation was undeniable. Their energy returned, their sleep deepened, and their confidence resurfaced. They didn't just look healthier, they felt younger, stronger, and more in control of their bodies than they had in years. Food is not just fuel, it's information. Every bite sends a message to your cells, telling them to either build, heal, or decline. When you choose foods that align with your body's natural chemistry, you're giving it permission to thrive. You're saying yes to better circulation, sharper focus, and deeper vitality. So if you've ever looked in the mirror and felt like your spark was fading, I want you to know it's still there. It's simply waiting for you to feed it again. The power to reclaim your strength, passion, and presence has always been within your reach. It's in the foods you choose, the care you give yourself, and the belief that your best years aren't behind you. They're just beginning. Have you ever woken up and felt like your body just isn't keeping up with your mind anymore? The motivation is still there, but the energy, strength, and endurance feel like they're slipping away. It's easy to blame age, but the deeper truth is that your body's potential hasn't disappeared. It's just waiting to be reactivated. Fatigue, low drive, and slower recovery aren't signs of weakness. They're signals that your body needs to be reminded how to function at its peak. And the most incredible part is that science shows it's entirely possible to bring that vitality back, naturally and at any age. At the heart of this lies a simple biological truth: your body is a feedback system. Every thought, movement, and meal you take sends signals that either strengthen or suppress your performance. When you live under chronic stress, skip restorative sleep, or rely on processed foods, your body shifts into a defensive mode, prioritizing survival over growth, energy, and passion. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises while testosterone and nitric oxide, both essential for strength and stamina, decline. It's not that your body is broken, it's simply responding to the messages it's receiving. But here's the empowering part: you can change those messages starting today. When you begin to align your daily habits with what your biology truly needs, everything changes. Regular movement, especially resistance training and walking, activates key metabolic pathways that naturally boost testosterone and growth hormone production. Sleep, often overlooked, is when the body repairs tissue, balances hormones, and restores the mind. And nutrition is the foundation that allows all of this to happen. Foods rich in antioxidants, omega-3 fats, amino acids, and minerals like salmon, eggs, walnuts, spinach, and pumpkin seeds fuel the cells that generate your energy, regulate your hormones, and maintain vascular health. Each of these choices tells your body, I'm ready to thrive again. Science has repeatedly shown that men who adopt these small, consistent habits experience not only better physical performance, but also sharper cognition, steadier mood, and greater emotional balance. This isn't just about strength, it's about reclaiming the confidence and presence that come from feeling fully alive in your body. The process doesn't require drastic measures, it requires consistency, belief, and a willingness to treat your body as an ally rather than an obstacle. I've seen men in their 70s and 80s regain the spark they thought was gone forever, simply by reintroducing movement, mindfulness, and proper nourishment into their days. Their eyes brighten, their posture changes, and their voices carry new conviction. That transformation isn't magic, it's biology responding to care. Your body remembers how to be powerful. It knows how to regenerate, how to adapt, how to rise again. All it needs is your commitment to support it. So the next time you feel tired or uncertain, remind yourself, fatigue is not the end. It's an invitation to return to strength, to reclaim your potential, and to live with the kind of vitality that only grows deeper with time.